Hello there, you're welcome to another interesting edition of my podcast where I discuss every sporting issue that is making the round, particularly football. And today, the big news hit the airwaves, the media space, and guess what? The end of an era, the end of a dynasty. Arsene Wenger will be leaving Arsenal at the end of the season. Um, I never saw it coming. Well, most Arsenal fans or some Arsenal fans, to be fair, will be happy that he's leaving, but majority of the football community did not see it coming. Obviously, there's always an end to everyone's era at one point or the other, and Arsene Wenger has called it a day with Arsenal. Come next month when the season comes to an end. And there have been various encomiums, well wishes, tributes to one we would describe as a legend of the game. Well, my connection with Arsene Wenger, well, not personally, started way back when he was the manager for Monaco. For people who may not know, he had managed the likes of George Opongwe, the likes of Glenn Oddle, and former Ivorian international Yusuf Fofana. So it's come a long way, and it's won trophies for Monaco before he was sacked in 1994. And one for me, I mean, from a Nigerian perspective, Arsene Wenger brought Victor Ikpeba to Monaco in 1993 from Real Sporting de Liège in Belgium, and where Ikpeba went on to become one of the top goal scorers in the club's history. So there's a bit of Nigerian emotion and connection there, and of course, who would forget the fact that he brought the famous Nigerian striker Kanu Wanko, popularly known as Papilo King Kanu, and I believe the arrival of Kanu actually endeared a lot of Nigerians to support Arsenal. Hence the reason why Arsenal has a lot of Nigerian fan base. Arsene Wenger, no doubt, is a legend, not for Arsenal, but when you're talking about the English Premier League, you cannot forget what he has done, how he has shaped the perspective of the Premier League. I mean, from when before he came on, the English football was characterized by the normal, brawl, push, kick and follow kind of syndrome. But as Wenger brought flair to the Arsenal team, and they became such a joy to watch. Prior to his arrival, Newcastle United, I have to mention that, that's the club I support, played with a bit of flair. But Arsenal, when Arsene Wenger came on, he redefined that aspect of the game, and he made Arsenal a joy to watch. And he brought in a lot of players that top class players that made Arsenal the club it is today, from the likes of Patrick Vieira to Mark Overmars, Emmanuel Petit, young Nicolas Anelka, Remy Gard, Fiore Henry, and many more great players. And of course, you cannot talk about Arsene Wenger without talking about the Invincibles of the 2003-2004 season, where they did not lose a single game, en route winning the Premier League trophy. So, and he won several FA Cup trophies for Arsenal. So, in his own right, he wasn't a failure, but of course, when you begin to consider the last few years, the last 3 to 4 years, the results have been anything but remarkable, and the performance began to affect the fans. There was a huge divide between the fans. Some wanted him to stay, some wanted him to leave. And of course, if you've watched recent games at Arsenal, at the Emirates Stadium, the stands are kind of empty. I mean, you're talking about a stadium that is known to be. I mean, but prior moving to the Emirates Stadium, it was said that once they moved from Ivory to Emirates, that at least it will accommodate more fans. And you're not looking at an Emirates Stadium that is, in these days, look a bit scanty. So it was inevitably that it was going to leave, whether it was going to be sacked or the usual mutual consent syndrome. But I think I'm glad that he has made his announcement, and that makes him live on AI. And hopefully, maybe the greatest reward would be for Arsenal to win the Europa League. I would really want them to win the Europa League. Not because they would end up qualifying for the Champions League, but at least that gives Arsene Wenger a good send off. And it will, and you need to also, it will be nice to know that as well, too, that Newcastle actually defeated Arsenal for the first time in a very long time last Sunday. So I feel a bit proud that at least maybe we facilitated his early departure. But all said and done, he's a great legend. He's shaped the perspective of the English Premier League, and he deserves all the accolades that he has earned. I don't know what you think, what your thoughts are. Please leave me your comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Do you think it should have left at the end of the season, or it should be leaving at the end of the season, or it should have remained? Let me know what your comments are. Until I come your way again, my name is Perspective from Oba. I'm out.